What's up guys, Sean here, partnering once again with top10racistuniversities.org to talk to you about a stunning development at the University of Pittsburgh. In fall of 2020, Pittsburgh decided that they were going to institute a new mandatory curriculum for all incoming freshmen about the history of anti-black racism. The course, entitled Anti-Black Racism, History, Ideology, and Resistance, aims to allow students to gain an understanding of the country's long struggle with anti-black racism. The course is designed to inform us all about black history and culture, about the multiple forms of anti-black racism, and about how we can be anti-racist, the Vice Chancellor at Pitt, Ann Cudd, explained in a statement. But while the course is pitched as some kind of antidote or treatment for racism, just a cursory glance in the materials and you will find the exact opposite. The course materials deride the ideas of colorblindness and meritocracy as white supremacist constructs while promoting the idea that students should look for microaggressions in order to label other people on campus racist. This is inherently divisive and will have the opposite effect of the stated goals of the course. The course also pays homage, of course, to the Black Lives Matter movement, a movement responsible for unparalleled rioting in the summer of 2020. Quote, "In the wake of the killings of George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, Tony McDade, and many others in recent months, activists and scholars in the United States have taken to the streets, the workplace, and classrooms to decry anti-black racism and call attention to the ongoing devaluation of black lives in the US and globally. The wave of uprisings that have swept the nation and the globe represent part of a long struggle of anti-racist organizing, one that can be traced back hundreds of years." Now, each week of this mandatory course will focus on a different means of indoctrinating incoming freshmen into this Marxist ideology. Week 11 talks about anti-blackness in schooling. A description of the content for this week claims that this lecture will provide you with an understanding of formal schooling as one of the most efficient conduits for delivering and recreating anti-blackness. It adds that throughout this lecture, you will be asked to consider how your schooling experiences have taught and mistaught you about the origins of the nation and who is worthy of being treated as fully human. Week 13's title is How to Be an Anti-Racist, which will focus on getting rid of all those nasty microaggressions that you have developed being in such a racist country like the United States of America. There are sections on how colorblindness is inherently offensive, and how the myth of meritocracy and racist statements like, "I believe the best qualified person should get the job," really hurt minorities in this nation. Unsurprisingly, the suggested reading for this portion of the course comes from Ibram X. Kendi and his book of the same title, How to Be an Anti-Racist. This guy's made a career about talking about how racism has metastasized to every aspect of American society, and how all policies, ideas, and people are either being racist or anti-racist. And how coincidentally for a leftist, the only naturally anti-racist policies in his view are those promoted by the radical left. And finally, the course is wrapped up by having students read an essay by one of the founders of Black Lives Matter, Alicia Garza, on the herstory of the Black Lives Matter movement, which of course derides the concept of unity as white supremacy. Now, many campuses unfortunately offer very similar courses to this one at the University of Pittsburgh, but the fact that this is mandated for all freshman students and its blatant racist indoctrination is what secures their position on our list of the top 10 racist universities. If you'd like to learn more about the course materials being taught at the University of Pittsburgh, please go over to our website, top10racistuniversities.org, where you can read up in more detail about this. Also, you can learn about the other cases that we have covered and those we have yet to touch upon in this video series. This has been Sean Fitzgerald for the David Horowitz Freedom Center. Till next time.